Excellent.
Security system's been activated. Run! Do not push me. What is that buzzing?
But it's also kind of almost like a museum. You get a lot of really cool lore elements in there as well. So we're going to see a lot of that as we play through. All right, why don't we go get that golden shroud, though?
All right.
But looting, of course, first,
yeah,
obviously. I don't know why we didn't think of that. So yeah, here's the golden shroud, and we have the key. Let's open it up. All right. Now, go ahead and loot it, and then let's take a look at that. Yep, you can see he's overcharged. Yeah, and he took out, yeah, he already took out Tristan really fast. He's taking you out as well. Did you get him? All right, cool, all right.
Therefore, it is impossible for this automechanical to...
All right, so now we're in. And you can see we have some foil. That's good for crafting. All right.
Power cell error.
All right, let's see where this guy's going.
Has been partially depleted due to inertia. This presentation will continue until audience.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually heading
is
into that room with the automechanicals. Maybe we can use him like a good distraction there.
Gloria Arcadia. Gloria Arcadia. Gloria Arcadia. Pathing obstructed. Rerouting. Error. Reroute.
This area is not.
You can see again some of those more lore-based museum elements. You see some of the murals. You see some vignettes that are set up. Why don't we actually take a look at one of those vignettes?
For my next gift, I bestow upon you the pinnacle of automechanical design, far superior to all automechanicals that came before. The time once spent in numbing manual labor may now be spent in harmonious community with your neighbor and in humble service to the Protectorate. May art and science flourish in these many hours which I have returned to you.
Warning. Power at 13%. Power cell has been partially depleted due to inaction.
But why don't we go down there and make his day a little bit worse? Guaranteed he has something nice for us. Looks like they're still distracted. Let's head through. All right, Matt. Let's go ahead.
Let's take this guy out.
Oh, wow. That was a pretty nasty headshot. All right. What do we got here? What do we got here? Oh, see, we got the golden shroud display key. That's exactly what we were looking for.
Nice.
And she had some armor.
Oh, yep. That's
you see it's poisoning you. It's poisoning you right now. But why don't we take a look around? There's some good stuff to loot here.
Oh, that looks
sick. All right,
sick.
so we unlocked that with lockpick. Yeah, now that's a pretty nice looking weapon. Let's use that later. We grabbed a helmet. Again, I'm sure a priceless Protectorate artifact.
It's over here.
That looks like a pitchball card or a tossball card.
Nice.
So these are pretty cool. You can actually collect these, and if you collect enough of them, you get a cool reward later on if you find the quest.
It looks like that one gave me some extra health, too.
Yeah, I think you're going to need that. I've seen how you play. And you can see Tristan's jumping right in there as well.
You can take on that melee guy.
Okay. Yeah, well, you missed that.
Let's take this guy out.
All right.
Give Niles a little bit of help.
Yeah. You might want to take out some of the cover, too. So something here is we have destructible cover. Taking this stuff out and destroying it means that enemies cannot use that as cover spots.
Take this guy's out.
Yeah, so there you go. So you can see right there,
Nice.
you're able to knock him out of cover. Just get some free shots on him that way.
One guy over here.
All right. And that's all cleaned up. Let's go loot the bodies and we'll head inside the tomb.
Gotta get that loot.
Gotta get the loot. Truly gotta get the loot.
Oh, yeah.
We take a look into the next room, though. There's some windows over there we should be able to see inside.
Yeah, let's see what's over here.
Yep, just like I suspected. There's some automechanicals. I don't know if we want to fight those just yet. Why don't we find a way to distract them? Oh, yeah, as you can see right there, we have a cable leading to the back. Maybe there's something there we can use to distract them.
Let's take a look.
Yep, there we go. Not only do we find loot, but we have engineering panels that we can use. Yeah, so it looks like that will disengage the lock.
But it'll cost you bits each time you take damage. So it's costly, but it can be really effective.
Yeah?
Pretty good for a Monarch.
I think pretty good for a Monarch. They can afford it. All right, let's look for that secret exit.
Right.
Oh, let's loot stuff first.
More loot.
Oh, look, right there.
Oh, yeah.
You see the observation eye. Yeah,
Looks like the remains are worth a lot.
we're gonna definitely sell those. I don't know who's gonna buy them, but they're worth a lot. All right, let's go ahead and take a look around. Still looking for that secret entrance to the top secret facility.
And just in case we get into combat, I'm actually gonna equip my shield gadget here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And sure enough, more automechs.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take them out.
And you got to be careful with these guys, especially because they leak Zeranium, and Zeranium can actually empower automechanical.
Let's skip the diplomacy.
Chemically enhancing your statistically unsafe lifestyle. This might sting a lot.
Ooh, an enemy.
Son of a spread.
Be grateful you're not on fire.
Two hands are better than one. One is better than none. Two hands are better than one. One is better than none. Two hands are better than one. One is better than none. Two hands are better than one. One hand is better than none.
And no, you can't sleep with them.
While your enemies are distracted, you can focus fire on them or explode these drones for additional damage. New to the Outer Worlds 2 are throwables. So you can use frag grenades to flush out enemies, smoke grenades to camouflage and escape, distraction devices to bait enemies into a stealth attack, and even science grenades that will levitate enemies, allowing you to fire upon them while they float helplessly. And of course, science weapons are back. We have returning favorites, like the Shrink Ray. This time it's been upgraded so you can shrink your enemy down to the size of a sprat and run over them, exploding them into bits.
The Shrink Ray, that was probably my favorite one from the first game, so we brought it into the second game, but we improved it though. So instead of shrinking your enemies for a short period of time and having them re-expand, this time they stay shrunk. And we actually added in the ability to step on them and kind of squish them and kick them, because we knew that that was the player fantasy. We knew that's what everybody wanted to do. They wanted to step on the enemies, they wanted to kick them. So we made sure to double down on that stuff.
In addition to things like our returning favorites, we also have some really fun and unique new science weapons. One of them is called the Armageddon. This one's really cool because it actually shoots out these masses that are like these little arms that will stick to people or cover or all kinds of different things, and they will continue to just hit them until they get destroyed. And we have another one that's just super cool called the Spectrum Dance Saber. This is a melee weapon that actually lets you attack to a musical beat. And if you continue to do that, you'll actually get additional bonuses each hit.
We prioritize those deeper RPG options with different character builds and combos so players can express their role-playing power fantasies. We also have different equipment options for different playstyles and different companions with different abilities. In the first Outer Worlds, you start off as the Stranger, which was basically a blank slate to build on top of with various attribute points that would begin to define your personal experience in the game. You can make any kind of character you want, but we've given you a role. That role is an Earth Directorate agent. You can think of them as kind of like space cowboys or space sky marshals. They're the good guys that go into places and kind of fix everything that's wrong. You're gonna be one of those. But we don't tell you why you joined the Earth Directorate. There could have been a lot of different reasons, right? It could have been because you're an actual lawbringer and you want to go in there and spread law throughout the galaxy. It could be that you're a roustabout and you just had nothing better to do. After you pick your background, one of the really important choices you have next is choosing your traits. While we had attributes in the first Outer Worlds, we've leaned into traits for the Outer Worlds too, which are these big changes to your character depending on which ones you pick. So it could be something like Brilliant, where you can tag extra skills and you start getting extra skill points. And that's obviously really great if that's how you want to build your character. You can also go and do something like Lucky, where you get extra critical chance, and you also get a lot of really cool options throughout the game as well. Of course, we brought back Dumb, so players love the Dumb option.
Tell me, do you believe in signs? Not quite what I meant, but I like your contempt for boundaries. I could put your adventurous spirit to good use.
And you get like lots of really cool, fun conversation options in the game, but we took that even further. And again, there's lots of elements in the game where you can be dumb and use that for something. It could be something as simple as banging on a machine to get it to work. After you've invested in some of your traits, your next choices are going to be choosing your skills. The skills themselves basically allow you to build on your playstyle and what your character is doing in the game. That will be everything from playing stealthily to speccing for an explosive specialty. Throughout your entire journey, your character continues to change with the different choices you make. In the Outer Worlds 1, it actually had more skills than we have, so we condensed them down to really the core and essence of what we really wanted there. But we made each point that you put into a skill much more impactful. So instead of getting small percentage changes, we actually did much larger changes per point that you put into each skill. And again, all these things, because of how they're checked inside the world itself, can matter quite a bit. You know, just even having one additional skill point in something can open up a lot more options in the world itself. If anybody's played Fallout New Vegas, they'll be very familiar with like the perk system. We basically borrowed that, but went even grander. We actually have more perks than Fallout New Vegas did. But here's the cool thing, right?
We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out. They could stop us from stealing the Protectorate's brainwashing technology, which we need to improve our market share. What if this stranger aligned with the Order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rifts that threaten the colonies. So, you see why this menace must be wiped from the face of existence. Or, better yet, brought to our side through the power of capitalism. Now, let's get out there and buy our way to victory!
I'm yearning and yearning for you. My heart and red in you. Every last bit of my way, every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that I save is intended for you.
The Outer Worlds 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to Obsidian Entertainment's cult favorite sci-fi RPG. This time, published under Xbox Game Studios. And it's shaping up to be a much bigger, darker, and more ambitious take on the satirical spacefaring formula that made the original stand out. The sequel transports players to the colony world of Arcadia, a once thriving outpost now ravaged by resource shortages, fractured by mysterious space-time rifts, and caught in the crossfire of escalating corporate warfare. You step into the role of an operative from the Earth Directorate, dispatched to investigate these strange anomalies that threaten to sever Arcadia's fragile connection to Earth itself, uncovering secrets that blend corporate greed, cosmic horror, and biting social commentary. At its core, The Outer Worlds 2 builds upon the quirky, satirical tone and branching dialogue systems of the first game. But Obsidian is pushing its RPG mechanics much further this time. Traits and flaws no longer feel static. They evolve dynamically based on the way you play, unlocking entirely new narrative paths, hidden interactions, or even unique restrictions that shape your journey in unpredictable ways. Dialogue is once again a central pillar, with sharper branching choices and more faction-driven consequences, ensuring that every decision you make feels like it carries weight in the colony's fragile balance of power. Combat has also undergone a major overhaul. Shooting mechanics are tighter and more responsive. Stealth options have been expanded for players who prefer subterfuge over brute force, and the arsenal is as eccentric as ever, ranging from redesigned classics like the infamous Shrink Ray to bizarre new science-powered armor and experimental weapons that mix absurdity with lethality. This time around, Obsidian is also layering in more immersive movement and exploration systems, including parkour-style traversal, reactive world physics, and environmental interactions that make exploration not just a backdrop, but an active part of survival. Faction interplay is at the heart of Arcadia's chaos. You'll encounter rival groups like the authoritarian Protectorate, who seek to impose strict order on the colony, the cult-like megacorporate conglomerate Auntie's Choice, who hide sinister motives beneath propaganda and consumerist dogma, and the enigmatic Order of the Ascendant, a prophetic group that interprets the space-time rifts as holy signs of cosmic transformation. Each faction brings not only quests and ideological clashes, but also unique propaganda, radio broadcasts, and changing world states that react visibly to your decisions, making Arcadia feel like a living, breathing colony, constantly reshaped by your influence. Companions remain a central feature of the game, with 6 fully developed characters who join you on your mission, each driven by unique motivations, backstories, and personal quest lines. Your choices can strengthen their loyalty, fracture their trust, or in some cases, alter their fates entirely, sometimes with irreversible and heartbreaking consequences. Their interactions don't just revolve around you either. Companions will also clash, bond, or betray one another depending on how the story unfolds, adding another layer of emergent drama to the player experience. On the technical front, The Outer Worlds 2 leverages improved visuals and environmental fidelity powered by the latest Unreal Engine enhancements. Expect sharper animations, more expressive facial performances, richly detailed planetary biomes, and a more cinematic presentation overall. Now you can enjoy the screenshots without any interruption. Enjoy.